Have you ever stopped to consider the impact video games could be having on our brains and our lives? Video games, they're a booming industry, a favorite pastime, a hot-button issue. For some, they're a harmless hobby, while others see them as an addictive, isolating, and damaging influence. The debate rages on, but what if we told you the truth isn't so black and white? Let's start by acknowledging the elephant in the room. Yes, there are concerns about video games. They're often painted as the culprits for a myriad of societal issues, from obesity to violence. But like any tool, it's not the item itself that's harmful, but how it's used. This perspective is important because it allows us to see the full picture, not just the negative aspects. Now imagine for a moment a world where we flip the script, where we don't see video games as a problem, but as a solution. A world where we recognize the potential benefits of video games, not just the challenges they pose. Sound far-fetched? Well, it might be closer than you think. Recent studies suggest that video games might not be the villains they're often made out to be. In fact, they could be heroes in disguise. Video games, when played in moderation and with a purpose, could have a range of benefits. They can help improve cognitive skills, foster social connections, manage emotions, and even serve as powerful educational tools. But before you rush off to buy the latest console or download the hottest new game, it's important to remember, not all video games are created equal. The type of game, how it's played, and the context in which it's played, all these factors matter. So, are video games a friend or foe? The answer isn't straightforward, but what we can say is that, like any tool, video games have the potential to be both. It's up to us to harness that potential for good. Now let's delve into the research that supports the benefits of video games. Did you know that video games have been proven to enhance our cognitive abilities? Yes, that's right. Scientific research has shown that video games can actually make you smarter. This isn't just a claim made by video game enthusiasts, but a fact backed up by several reputable studies. For instance, a study conducted by the University of California in San Francisco found that video games can help improve memory. They designed a game specifically to improve a player's working memory, which is the ability to retain and manipulate distinct pieces of information over short periods of time. The results were fascinating. Participants who played the game for a month showed significant improvements in their working memory and other cognitive tasks. And the cognitive benefits don't stop there. Video games can also help with spatial navigation. A study at the University of Montreal found that people who play 3D video games, like Super Mario or Minecraft, have increased gray matter in the hippocampus. This is the part of the brain responsible for spatial navigation, memory formation, and strategic planning. In other words, these gamers were literally building up their brains while having fun. Strategic thinking is yet another cognitive skill that can be honed through video games. Real-time strategy games require players to make quick decisions while considering multiple factors. A study from Queen Mary University of London and University College London found that individuals who play these games show greater cognitive flexibility, meaning they can switch between tasks more efficiently. What's more, another study published in the journal PLOS One found that action video games can actually speed up decision-making. Players become quicker at making accurate decisions, which is a valuable skill in many real-world situations. It's clear that the cognitive benefits of video games are expansive and significant. Video games are not just a form of entertainment, but can also be a tool for cognitive enhancement. They can help improve memory, spatial navigation, and strategic thinking. And who knows, they may even have other cognitive benefits that we haven't discovered yet. So, video games can indeed be brain-boosting. But what about their social impact? Often perceived as an isolating hobby, video games can actually foster a sense of community and social skills. Let's delve into the research that highlights the social benefits of video games. It's easy to imagine a solitary gamer, hunched over their console in a dark room, isolated from the world. But this stereotype couldn't be further from the truth. Today's gaming landscape is vibrantly social, with multiplayer games fostering teamwork, cooperation, and communication. Games like Overwatch or Fortnite require players to work together, strategize, and communicate effectively to achieve a common goal. This collaborative environment nurtures social skills that are transferable to real-world scenarios, such as school or work settings. Moreover, the rise of online gaming has transformed video games into social platforms. Players can connect with friends or make new ones, regardless of geographical boundaries. They can participate in tournaments, join gaming clubs, or simply chat about their favorite games. This social aspect of gaming can provide a sense of belonging, particularly valuable for those who may feel marginalized or isolated in their offline lives. Research also shows that video games can help children with special needs develop social skills. Games that encourage cooperative play can help these children understand and navigate social interactions. They can practice turn-taking, problem-solving, and empathy in a safe, controlled environment. But the social benefits of gaming are not confined to the virtual world. The gaming culture has spilled over into the physical world with conventions like E3 and Comic-Con, where gamers from around the globe come together to share their passion. These conventions are a testament to the strong sense of community that video games can foster. Let's not forget that video games can also strengthen family bonds. Family game nights have evolved from board games to video games, allowing families to connect, communicate, and have fun together. Video games can, therefore, help us connect with others in meaningful ways, but can they also make us more empathetic? Video games are not just about action and strategy, they can also touch our hearts. Indeed, video games possess a unique ability to evoke a symphony of emotions within us. From elation to sorrow, from frustration to satisfaction, they can make us feel it all. Imagine being so engrossed in a game that you feel a pang of genuine sadness when a beloved character faces tragedy, or experiencing a surge of joy when you finally conquer a challenging level that you've been struggling with for days. These emotional responses are a testament to the power of video games to tap into our most primal human feelings. But it's not just about the feelings that are evoked. Video games can also foster empathy. You might wonder, how can a virtual world possibly make us more empathetic in the real world? Well, video games often place us in the shoes of others, making us see the world from their perspective. And this, in essence, is the core of empathy, understanding and sharing the feelings of another. Several studies have explored this interesting facet of video gaming. For instance, research conducted by the University of Wisconsin-Madison found that players who played a game from the perspective of a marginalized character exhibited greater empathy towards such individuals in real life. Similarly, a study from Stanford University revealed that people who played a game as a superhero were more likely to exhibit helping behaviors afterwards. These findings highlight the potential of video games to not just entertain us, but also to cultivate our emotional intelligence. By immersing us in diverse narratives and perspectives, they can widen our emotional horizons and deepen our understanding of others. It's a fascinating intersection of technology and human emotion, where pixels on a screen can stir feelings as profound as any real-life experience. And this emotional impact extends beyond the game, influencing our real-world interactions and perceptions. Video games can indeed make us feel and understand a wide range of emotions, but can they also help us learn? As we'll see in the next segment, the answer might surprise you. Turns out video games can be powerful educational tools. Yes, you heard that right. The same digital entertainment that you often indulge in for fun can actually boost your learning potential significantly. Let's look at some specific examples. Minecraft Education Edition, for instance, is a game that has been adopted by numerous schools worldwide. It offers an immersive environment where students can explore complex concepts like geometry, ecology, and even history in a hands-on manner. Then there's Kerbal Space Program, a game that introduces players to the basics of astrophysics and rocket science, all while having a blast, quite literally. And it's not just about science or math. Games like Civilization, where players guide a society through different periods of human history, help to develop strategic thinking and a deep understanding of historical events and their impact. SimCity teaches about urban planning and resource management. Scribblenauts enhances vocabulary and problem-solving skills as players need to summon objects by writing their names to overcome challenges. But it's not just the games themselves that are educational. The very act of gaming can enhance critical thinking, problem-solving, and strategizing skills. These are all competencies that are highly sought after in the real world, making gaming a viable option for experiential learning. Educators are beginning to see the potential of video games as teaching tools. They are incorporating them into their curriculum, not as a replacement for traditional teaching methods, but as an additional resource to engage students and enhance their learning experience. This approach leverages the inherent appeal of games to make learning fun, interactive, and effective. So, it seems that video games are not only about defeating monsters or racing cars. They can also be about constructing pyramids, launching rockets, or managing a city. They can help us learn, grow, and understand the world in a whole new light. So, video games can enhance our cognitive abilities, foster social skills, evoke empathy, and even improve learning. Who would have thought?